Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at the AB Place Media Room instead of Ship's Wharf, where we originally planned to hold this press conference. Today marks the next step in an almost 3-year exploratory period, which included BLDC receiving ideas from the public through its expression of interest process for the area called Ship's Wharf, also known as Marginal Wharf in St. David's. They considered a number of ways in which the land could be developed. That invitation was designed to elicit innovative and imaginative development approaches that enhance the BLDC's long-term plan to reintegrate the St. David's property into Bermuda's economic fabric while increasing employment opportunities for present and future generations. The scope of the EOI is set out in the following narratives. The objectives of the initiative were to encourage robust development schemes capable of helping to frame the highest and best use for the property, provide for the creation of jobs, assist in the long-term growth of the economy, and generally integrate the BLDC properties into Bermuda. That discovery process concluded that an energy facility and a cargo port showed the greatest potential benefit to Bermuda's future. Our island's current energy infrastructure is nearing the end of its life cycle, and more energy resources are needed to improve stability and reliability, especially during times of peak demand and emergency situations. The new energy facility is expected to generate a minimum of 20 megawatts of power for Bermuda's power grid. To put that in context, as of April last year, Bermuda's capacity was 160 megawatts. The second part of the Ship's Wharf development is a cargo port which has the potential to increase Bermuda's shipping capacity and allow diversification into other services. As Bermuda's last commercial port available for redevelopment, this portion of the project presents a great opportunity for all of Bermuda. Today, BLDC is launching 2 requests for qualifications processes to assist in further exploration of these ideas. Through these RFQs, BLDC is inviting local and international investors to submit their qualifications for the design, build, and operation of these 2 major infrastructure projects. This request for qualifications process for each RFQ will be followed very soon thereafter by an RFP process. Before I hand over the podium to Mr. Mossenden, who will provide more details about the projects and the RFQs, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the BLDC boards, management, and staff, without whose hard work these 2 exciting opportunities would not be possible. Thank you. Mr. Mossenden.
Thank you, Minister, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, board members, and management. I am thrilled to be here today to participate in the announcement of an exciting new phase in BLDC's long-term plan to redevelop land in the East End and promote economic growth, infrastructure improvement, and job opportunities for Bermuda. As most of the community is aware, the Bermuda Land Development Company Limited, BLDC, was founded in 1996 to manage and develop approximately 400 acres of land and buildings across 4 sites in Bermuda. These consist of Daniels Head, Morgan's Point, Tudor Hill, and Southside St. David's. This land was previously occupied by the U.S. and Canadian militaries, and it is our mandate to evaluate and support redevelopment options that strengthen the social and economic fabric of Bermuda, creating jobs for Bermudians. As we embark on further development opportunities, BLDC is committed to open, transparent, and timely communications and consultations with all members of our community, including existing tenants, local businesses, and residents. BLDC believes the proposed cargo port and energy facility are exciting new opportunities, not just for St. David's, but also for Bermuda and its people as a whole, as it provides short and long-term jobs and business opportunities. Today, we launched the RFQs to bring us another step closer to fulfilling our mandate. An RFQ, or request for qualifications, is a standard business practice during which investors and developers, local and international, are invited to submit their qualifications during this gathering part of the process. Both RFQs will be open for a duration of approximately 2 months to submit information and queries, followed by formal RFQ submissions. Submissions will then be evaluated, and a short list of successful applicants who are deemed qualified to finance, design, build, operate, and maintain these major infrastructure projects will be established. These qualified applicants will then be invited to submit proposals to the next phase of the process, the request for proposal, or RFP. For the energy facility, the RFQ affords the opportunity to explore different ways to help reduce the cost of electricity in Bermuda and investigate reliable and sustainable energy using modern technology and cost-effective resources. All forms of energy generation will be considered. For the cargo port, the RFQ provides the opportunity to pursue alternative and competitive options for Bermuda's importation needs. In addition to making our shipping more efficient, the cargo port could pave the way for investigating international opportunities such as transshipping, which could allow Bermuda to act as an intermediary in the Atlantic Ocean for deconsolidating cargo to other destinations. More details about the RFQ requirements, the projects themselves, and submission materials can be found on BLDC's website at www.bldc.bm. BLDC will be hosting community engagement sessions throughout this process, with the first session being a meeting with the ship's wharf tenants on Thursday, March 29th. This will be followed by a community meeting at the Clearwater Middle School on Thursday, April the 5th at 6:30 p.m. Details of these sessions can also be found on our website under the ship's wharf heading. We look forward to engaging all sectors of the community at each stage of the process. We encourage residents and business owners to participate in dialogue and provide input on the upcoming projects through community engagement sessions and other discussions. Thank you for your time. Any questions?
Afternoon, folks. Obviously, it's early days yet. Do we have, in terms of financing the two projects, I think they were both envisaged to be around $150 million each. Do we have any idea? Would we be reaching out to overseas investors for that, or involving the corporations? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
We don't have any hard costs at this phase, but it should be over $100 million for each. And we are reaching out to international and local developers and investors.
Right. Would we need to dredge at Marginal Wharf to make it a port facility?
That will be one of the options.
In terms of the form of energy envisaged there, sorry, I forget if you said it in the press release. Are there any particular ones that are being looked at?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
The energy use for the generator there. We've heard of liquefied natural gas and things like that. Were there any particular proposals for that?
BLC will be considering all types that are considered.
Thanks.
That are submitted, sorry.